Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. So I'm back with another video, and I know it's been a while since the last video came out. I had a really hard time and I was struggling with a lot of personal shit. I went through something which was something I never planned, but yeah, that is how life is. And most importantly, I'm sitting here back smiling and talking to you guys. So yeah. We all go through shit sometimes, so yeah, it's a part of the journey that we call life. So I decided it was the time to be back, and we'll be taking along the channel again, and I will be posting the videos and all sort of stuff that I was missing out on will return. You guys were missing out on. Thank you guys for always being by my side, for standing with the channel. I mean, you guys could have unsubscribed and moved out, but you didn't. So I'm thankful to all of you for the ones that stayed, obviously. And yeah, we'll be progressing back with the channel, and I hope that I will be able to provide all the content that you guys need on the channel. And there is something that I have also planned. There will be shorts now on the channel that will cover the football news and all sort of stuff that you guys want to know, and all the spicy news with the managers leaving and stuff that will be coming onto the channel. That is a new segment that I will be willing to start from now on. So coming back to the FPL thingy, I've obviously had a hard season. I had the things were so thick and thin that I had zero time to think what I was doing. And yep, I ended up losing the Draft Hound sponsor, but I am back. We will be using these graphics as of now, but yeah, I'm working on the graphics at the back end, and sooner or later, like from the next video, I will pull out those Photoshop graphics back and we will be using those. But bear with me in this one. We will be using these graphics to showcase the team situation, and obviously what my plans are for game week 22. So meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 1500 subs sooner. Sorry for the short pauses in this one. It will take a couple of weeks for me to be back in the rhythm that we had before I went on a break. So in game week 21, I saw a little ray of hope with my team. I got 68 points in that. I obviously had a -4, so it was 64, but nonetheless we ended up seeing the green. The game week, the overall rank is pretty shit, 740k. Obviously not something that reflects my experience in this game, but yeah, this is how things are sometimes. Now looking at the team, Areola was the keeper that I played over Dubravka, and both of them got 3 points, so not a huge gain or loss in that, but 3 points is what I got from Areola. I was expecting a clean sheet in that game, but we didn't had any, so 3 pointers, I take that with the saves he made. Then obviously Pedro Porro got me 6, Colville got me 7, and Saliba got me 6. So some returns from the defense. That is a rare sight to see this season. And then Gross that I brought in for the -4 did absolute zero stuff, and 3 pointers from him. Saka with 6 points with the armband on. Obviously he had to blank because he had the armband. Martinelli out of nowhere got me 14 points. Richarlison was on 8. Foden missed out on the returns, 2 pointers. Similar situation with Solanke. Darwin Nunez on the other hand came out of nowhere to score that goal, I think, and there was 1 assist in it. Let's check what did he do in that game. So 11 pointer in that game, and there were 2 goals scored from him, not an assist, 2 goals scored from him, and those were 11 pointers, obviously with he being getting the bonus points too in that game. So Martinelli and Darwin Nunez got some of the bonus points, and yep, 68 points in that game. Average was 47. I had a -4, so I'm currently standing on 64. And if you look at the ranks, finally some ray of hope for me. If you see, 740k is my overall rank, and 1291 is my overall rank in the country. So currently what I have in bank is 12.6 million, and the scored value is pretty shit too. But yeah, we'll be focusing on the game back now, and we will be trying our best to pull out some great rank at the end of the season. But yeah, this will be a season for me to forget nonetheless. Now we move on to game week 22, and we look at the games. We've got Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, a good game. The Arsenal assets are something that I would hold, and then obviously Fulham versus Everton is not a game I would look at. Luton and Brighton, and the specific reason why I went with Gross was the good fixtures that are coming up for Brighton. And then obviously I have a defender in mind too that I would want to bring in for Brighton, because there are some points in those assets. Crystal Palace and Sheffield United, obviously if you've got the likes of Olise or obviously the likes of Eze, you can stick with the Crystal Palace assets, and you can obviously enjoy the games that are coming up for them. And then there is obviously Aston Villa versus Newcastle, which is a game to watch out. If you've got Newcastle attacking assets, if you've got Aston Villa attacking assets, I'd say you hold on to them. I'm not pretty sure about the defensive ones. Manchester City and Burnley is a good juicy fixture for the City assets. Spurs versus Brentford, similar case. Liverpool, Chelsea, obviously pay-per-view to watch. West Ham versus Bournemouth, West Ham assets are a hold. And Wolves versus Man United, another game to watch out. Man United has some good fixtures coming up, but the problem here is we're going to wait and see which are the assets that would be very good from Manchester United. So these are some things we're going to talk about in this video. And now I'll just take you to the planner directly because we do not have the graphics final yet. And yep, we're going to be using the planfpl.com. So a huge shout out to Plan FPL, a huge lifesaver. If we had no graphics at all, it would have been bad for the video. But obviously this planner is a lifesaver. Now, I will hold on to Areola, and the similar would be the case with Dubravka, who's got Aston Villa at Aston Villa this week. It is obviously an away game, so I will bench Dubravka and I would go with Areola, who's got a home game at Bournemouth. Home game versus Bournemouth, obviously West Ham versus Bournemouth. So I would keep him. The expected points are 3.6 from him and 3.1 from Dubravka. So not a huge difference, and I do not think that Areola would be able to keep a clean sheet, but 3 or 4 pointer would be fine for me. And this is something I would expect from Dubravka too, who's going to make a lot of saves in that game. Looking at the defense, I would stick with the same defense. Pedro Porro and Saliba would be in. Colville is something I would be willing to move out from my side, because if you look at the next 4 fixtures, Liverpool is a game I do not expect Chelsea to keep a clean sheet. Wolves probably. Crystal Palace, another game I do not expect them to keep a clean sheet, and similar would be the case with Manchester City. So this is something I would have to look at, and Colville is something I might want to get rid from my team ASAP, because the fixtures coming up are not as juicy as I would go for a Brighton defender, and that would obviously be Estupinan, who I think has some potential games. If you see Luton, Crystal Palace, obviously if you take out Crystal Palace and Spurs in that game, we've got Luton and Sheffield United where I can expect a clean sheet from him. So obviously the attacking returns are a plus. So I would go for Estupinan to cover that defense, and then obviously we would have the bench to welcome back Salah and Haaland when they come back, and Martinelli is going to be the sacrifice, or Saka. We're going to talk about that. If you look at the midfield, I've got Gross, who's got a nice fixture, who's got some juicy fixtures coming up apart from the Spurs fixtures. Saka has got Nottingham Forest, then 2 tough fixtures, and then there's the Burnley game. So I would give him another go in the Nottingham Forest game. Richarlison has Brentford. Obviously, Brentford not a very juicy game from his side, but Richarlison is just he's a player who does unexpected things, and he can just come out and score 2 goals, or he can just blank in an easy game. Just the expected points are 4.5 only, so I do not expect a lot from him. But Foden is someone I would expect a lot from, who's got 4.5 expected points, and he's 7.8 million. So a good asset for me to own from the likes of Manchester City. And Manchester City has some good fixtures coming up. If we look at the fixtures, he's got Burnley, Brentford, Everton, on and off they've got good fixtures, and then the game week 25 you're going to get the double game week. So we would have to welcome Haaland first into the team, and I would have to keep bang for that. And the player leaving my side would either be Solanke, or I'd see I can also get rid of Archer and just get Haaland back in, but that would cause me some budget problems. But we're going to look at how things are going to fold for me. Then obviously I've got Darwin Núñez up front and Solanke alongside him. The bench remains same. I would keep Lascelles on the bench because he has got some nice fixtures too. The point where I took out Gordon was pointless. Obviously, I should have thought, I was not in the right mind to make those transfers, but I did. And I would have hold on to Gordon because he has some nice fixtures coming up. But if you've got Gordon, I'd say you keep him, and you do not look around any other midfielders, because I think that there are some returns coming up for Newcastle's attacking assets, because the next 4 fixtures are extremely juicy. Archer on the bench, and then there's Kabure, who is absolutely deadwood into the side, and he has obviously he's injured, he's not going to do anything for me, so he has been taking the bench. That is one thing that I need to get rid of. We're going to see things when we're going to play the wild card, but as of now, what the free transfer use could be this week is I will take out Colville from the side, and I had Estupinan in mind. That is one transfer that I would make directly. And that obviously increases the team rating too, because Estupinan is going to be a solid asset. And if you look at how the fixtures are coming up, apart from the Spurs fixture, you can see some good fixtures coming up. I do not rate this Crystal Palace fixture to an easy one, but apart from that, there are some good fixtures coming up. So I can make this one free transfer, and that would be viable for the team, obviously, and would be beneficial for the team too. The part where a lot of managers are willing to go for Kevin De Bruyne is I don't think he will be a starter, and I don't think that if he's a starter, he's going to play 90 because Pep is going to use him on and off, and I don't think he's going to get around more than 30 or 35 minutes every game. So I wouldn't want to invest 10.6 in that player. I am happy with my Richarlison, and I'm happy with my Foden. As of now, Saka is someone I am highly concerned about, and the reason for that is pretty simple. He is not performing well, and he's not performing the way I would want my 8.8 million asset to be. But this week we do not have a lot of options to give the armband to, so either it will be Saka or Foden, but as of now I'm pretty set on giving the armband to Foden. And Saka will take the vice captaincy armband. But yeah, we'll see how things fold. I would definitely hold on to Darwin Núñez as of now. He has just scored in the FA Cup game that they're having. And yep, Darwin Núñez is going to stay in the side. He's got Chelsea at home. Obviously, with the Klopp situation now going on, things would be affecting the players too. They would be curious about who's going to come. But yeah, giving the armband to Foden has just decreased 1% in my team's rating. But yeah, I am sold on giving the armband to Foden as of now. Richarlison could be a differential, but the highest expected points in my team are from Saka. So it is viable to give the armband to Saka, then Foden, but I just need some punch. I just need some differentials to get back into the game. Otherwise, I'm going to be left behind. And this is the shitty rank that I'll end up with. So yeah, Foden for the captaincy and Saka with the vice captaincy armband. So 3-5-2 formation is going to set in. I have enough bank to get back Haaland when he returns, and I can definitely target that double game week that is coming up from the likes of Manchester City. So yeah, I think this is it from my side in this video. We'll be back with loads of videos now, and I hope that you guys would love the videos that would be coming onto the channel. I'm going to start a new segment that I talked about. So yeah, thank you for all the love so far that you guys have provided, and yeah, we're going to continue posting the videos. We're going to cover the Champions League is going to be back, and then we're going to be covering the Bundesliga back again too. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and please take care.